Right, 3, 2, and welcome to the new 7GR. We are trialling something new at the start of Season 8 on the new F1 22 game, where we're going to do a little pre-show before the start of the race. Joining me for the pre-show tonight is our co-founder and I can't remember what I usually call you. It's our Lord and Saviour, Jake. That's it.
Yeah.
Good evening, Jake. How are you?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, like I said, new thing just to sort of try and get people interacting in the chat and little preview, talk about the track, what's going to happen in the race, our predictions, and whatever else we might talk about.
So new for this season, we are now up to 15 races. So the usual 12. In those 15 races, we are going to have 3 sprint races as well, which of course we will tell you in due course. So, what's the first topic you want to talk about, Jake? We got about 13 minutes.
Well, let's talk about the big point of yesterday, the new patch coming out, which has sort of messed everything up for me,
Yes.
me especially, because I've literally had about an hour practice and I'm not happy with my setup.
It's funny because obviously they've fixed the issues, but it's obviously caused everyone to go, "Oh shit, I've got to relearn the game again."
Yeah, it is.
Whereas for me,
it's a lot different now.
The cars feel as they felt pre the day one launch or the special edition. And I was like, oh, it's back to how I liked it. So it didn't take me too long to get speed last night, but I was over a second a lap faster last night than I was pre-patch.
Wow.
So something was obviously wrong. Yeah. So yeah, the patch is here. So it's going to be interesting tonight to see who's done enough practice to actually get, comfortable with these new settings. Because I think you mentioned about the understeer could be pretty bad now.
Yeah, the understeer is that's the main thing I'm struggling with in the new patches. The understeer, I just obviously hadn't found a good setup, but there's a few corners that you can't do flat out now, like turn 3, and also turn 9 as well, just for DRS rate. That used to be flat out, now you've got a lift. It's just about adapting to that as well. Yeah. Turn 5's
so we could see
horrendous understeer as well.
Oh god, what that left-right chicane? I hate that left-right chicane. I could do one.
Yeah.
So obviously, our Season 7 champion was Rain. He returns to Season 8 to try and retain his title. Should we talk about title contenders?
Yeah, obviously last year Rain was a deserving winner, but I think he probably would have won it anyway, but I would say it was quite a weak Tier 1 last season because of the attendance was not the best of a lot of drivers in Tier 1. There's a lot of reserves Tier 2 and that, but
yeah, it's into the game cycle, so obviously when you get into the game cycle, people tend to, lose a bit of thing, and people are going on summer holidays, etc. So, to be expected. I mean, Rain won 4 of the 10 races we had. Obviously, we had a shortened season because obviously the new game came out quicker than we expected. Plus, the season was wrapped up, so we thought might as well just end it and get everyone practicing the new game, which was no Leveo anyway because the patches ruined it all.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you, Jake, but I've actually written down people who I think could actually potentially win the title this year.
Yeah, this is what I've got as well, so we'll compare notes.
I've got 8 names written down.
Oof. Yeah, go on.
I know, quite a lot. So obviously, in no particular order, I've gone Rain. Obviously 5 podiums last year, 4 wins, so I think he is the favourite to retain his crown. Then I've gone Vegeta, who didn't have a great, I think he only raced a couple of times last year, didn't get a podium, but Vegeta on his day is very fast. I've got Firmsy, who of course has changed his name back from Arthur, our Season 6 champion, 2 wins last season, including 4 podiums in total. I've got Pro Gamer, again, only 1 podium last season. Again, another driver who, if he can pick it up, will be very fast. Kieran, of course, our Season 4 and 5 champion. He hasn't had a good time since becoming a double world champion. He's going to be coming off the rails a bit. And you've got Elite Risk as well, who showed very good pace at the end of last year's game. Hopefully he can continue it to this year's. You've got Owen, who hasn't won a championship, but he's been so close. I believe he was in it to win it for the last what, 4 seasons? Like the last season, Thomas won it in season 3.
Yeah.
Season 4, season 5. Like literally the last 4 or 5 seasons, he's been in the top 3. Very consistent driver. And the last one I put on there is Aros. Again, someone who doesn't have the ultimate pace of someone like a Rain or a Firmsy, but he's always in there, in the mix, ready to pick up the points if you make a mistake.
Yeah.
They are my 8.
Well, I've got sort of different categories. So I've got the contenders who were here last season. So as you said, Rain.
Yeah.
Arthur, who's now Firmsy, who just seems to get even quicker now. Who's going to lay a good challenge down to Rain, I think. Kieran, if he can find his old form, he's going to be a good contender. He's very consistent. Lots of podiums to his name. Lots of wins. Owen just said, another consistent one. Elite is one who really should have more wins to his name, but just unfortunate instance. I think he's a real contender as well. And then I've sort of got like a new challenger sort of thing. Lots of new guys to the league.
Yep.
We have another person called just joined this season called another Kieran, TRT Kieran, on the watch. He's a very fast driver from the esports scene, so he's one to watch. Benster as well is another fast driver from another league of racing. Mercedes tonight, he's probably one to watch as well. Probably not a title contender, I say, but he's going to do very well this season, I think, on his debut season. And also, one that's been talked about quite a lot in the chat I've seen as well is Rhino, and how much he's improved since the new game. Well, actually, at the end of last season as well.
I was going to mention Rhino in my outside shot because, you know, last year we had Adam. Obviously, after winning tier 2, Adam made his tier 1 debut in season 7, and he came 4th with 80 points. And then close behind was Rhino on 77 points. And do you know who else finished on 77 points, Jake?
Myself.
You did, yes. So if you're including Rhino in the conversation, I think you've got to be in there as well, Jake. Yeah, you got your first victory, finally, after I don't know how many races it was, but you finally won a race.
Yeah, at my best track Australia, but
yeah, that's fine.
Like I said, the last season's tier 1 is not the most competitive at the top, so I think that's the reason why I won a couple of races, but I still had to beat Rain and a couple of others, so I was quite pleased with it in here.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season, I think, definitely.
Yeah.
Tonight is going to be a very big testing ground, like you said. We talked about the patch. It's going to be very intriguing to watch.
Yeah, who's going to adapt first? I think you'll probably see a lot of spins tonight as well. I think catch a lot of people out.
Yeah. Of course, you know, we're trying a few settings out. Of course, we've got obviously we've got the immersive pit stops. We've now got the immersive formation laps. Obviously, pit stops can cost you a second if you get it wrong. So that'll be another thing to contend with. Safety cars, obviously, we're not sure if they work yet, so we're still on reduced as we were last year. Obviously, if it's not enough, we'll crank it back up to standard. But reduced seemed to be the way to go on last year's game.
Yeah. So for this race, for the opener, what is the top 3 you think is going to? So I'm looking. Well, I'm going to say a couple of outsiders who might get in there. Like I know Visions love this track. He looks pretty good this year.
Visions is another one. Yeah, I think Visions was on the last night practice, I believe. Not on this track, I think. But you're right. He is one to watch out for. Again, he's someone who doesn't have the ultimate pace of someone like a Rain or a Firmsy, but again, a bit like Al Ross, even someone like Keg Gorniak we haven't mentioned yet. They just have that consistent speed of just being reliable and there to pick up the points that are there to be picked up. So if someone like Rain has a spin, Firms has a spin, any of the top guys, it's like real life. You know, you get the Red Bulls and the Ferraris retire, and who's there to pick up the pieces? Russell and Hamilton there in the Mercs. You know, that is going to be the guys like your Keg Gorniaks and your Visions. They're going to be the guys to pick up those kind of points.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And Def get Aurelian as well.
Yeah, just look at this grid, like literally everyone you can make a case for.
exactly. You know, Aurelian showed some really good pace in the first 4 or 5 seasons, and then I think he had
The
freely admitted he
commentator's
kind of
curse,
almost.
as you kept saying.
I had the Pacific Curse of Aurelian, didn't I?
Yeah.
Every time I spoke about him, he just crashed. So yeah, I have tried to limit that, but I think, you know, at the end of last year's game, I think he freely admitted that he just almost fell out of love with it, and I think that was the same for a lot of people because it was just the game. A lot of things were broken all through last year, so hopefully this year. I mean, the patch has hopefully fixed some things, but obviously we won't know until we go live.
Yeah. Another quick mention is the dynamic weather, because I'd imagine, well, myself, I've barely done next to no practice or any laps in the rain. So,
yeah,
and I reckon a lot of these guys are the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
And wings as well, I've noticed this year, obviously, you know, you can go from 0 to 50 on wings, and I think a lot of setups I've seen, in time trial anyway, a lot of them are really low. Like when I was in Spa last night, I think the guy in the 4th or 5th, his wings were like 6'2", and I'm like, that's mad, you know.
Yeah, Spain's sort of like in the middle balance. You want a good downforce, but you also want that straight line speed so you can overtake people. But it is.
Yeah. I mean, in real life, we know how hard it is to overtake in Spain. Even with the new regs we saw it this year, it wasn't that easy. So, but obviously on a game, it is that little bit easier, especially if you've got a lot of overspeed on the person in front. But again, there is really. I mean, I'll obviously get into it once you know, the qualifying starts. But it is a hard track to overtake because yes, you do have two DRS zones, but it's only really turn 1 that you can really do it.
Yeah, the setups throughout the grid will be so different as well. You'll see people gaining on the straight and then losing in the corners. It's just trying to find that right balance. So,
yeah.
Especially with a new patch out as well. It is literally a trial and error night with a new patch as well.
Yeah. Again, I think we're in for a very interesting night of racing.
Yeah. I think we covered all the bases. If you want to say in the chat who you think is going to win this championship, are you going to say one person to win this championship? You said Rain's the favourite. I'm going to go for one. I'm going to go Arthur. Well, Firmsy for the win tonight.
Interesting. Yeah. It's good. I mean, the favourites are Firmsy or Rain. So the sensible money is one of those.
Rain's voted himself.
I mean, that's you got to have the confidence, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, we've got an Origin Finn. Someone thinks Origin Finn's going to win. Someone we haven't.
I don't think so because he's not racing tonight. So, we got Aurelian taking his place tonight in reserve. But just let me see who the last person is, so I can add him in the chat. See who we're missing. It is Red Bull of Trey. So let's let him chat and make sure he's coming.
Oh shit! I better put a spectator on, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Well, I've got two people then. So we've got Trey and who else we're missing?
We are missing Aston Martin and Aston Martin and Red Bull.
And Kieran as well. Back in as well. Yep, so the clock's now hit half past, so hopefully we're starting in a couple of minutes. I think we'll end the pre-show there, shall we? Because I'm obviously racing in a minute, so...
yeah, let us know what you think, guys. If you think we should do this going forward, or if you think it's just a bit of fluff piece. Either way, your feedback is appreciated. I should probably let Jake go and round up the last few sheep, and we'll speak to you in a couple of seconds. Good evening, everyone. We are back live for the start of Season 8 in Tier 1 here in 7th Gear Racing. The pre-show is over. It's time for the real thing. Right. First off, let's see if any of this has changed. No. Telemetry, yes. Lap data, yes. Track map, form map. Okay. Looks like we are a go. We have 20 drivers in the lobby. We've got a few drivers already out on track by the looks of it. Yep, it's quite over the sound for a second there. So we've got Vegeta and Alros. Alros doing his traditional coming out fast. And of course, if you are new to F1, the tyre rule has of course been abolished. So all these guys can just use all their softs and can just do a easy, medium to hard strategy. But of course, this isn't real life, which means safety cars could be a thing, which will affect strategies. But it seems very quiet. Maybe I just turn my mic up a little bit. There we go. So who was first? Vegeta. Vegeta's first. Oh, there we go. That's very loud. So. There we go. Right. So let's sort it out. Here we go. So the first lap. Let's ride on board, shall we? Let's take everything away and enjoy the first lap. Season 8, 122. Bit of lock up there. Oh, another big lock up there. Didn't look too bad from Vegeta, did it? And that time does he set. What is the benchmark of 118.1? Is Alros still second? No, but he's in Valverde now. So it looks like it could be a Red Bull come round next. It is Pat Bussey. What can he do? Oh, 117.7. The times are coming in now. Is that rain in them? Is that rain? What will he do? Oh, 1-7. Oh, the gauntlet is down. Jesus. Wow. Okay, so that is... Oh, is that Jake having a spin? Oh dear. Good start, isn't it? Right. Oh, and he's... I shouldn't laugh, because I'll be doing exactly the same thing on Thursday. Right. At least it's in the pits. So, lap times are still coming in. Elite Risk has gone second with a 17.2. As we mentioned in the pre-show, if you were listening, if you weren't, of course, a lot of tonight is going to be trial and error. Obviously, 31 and 35. Obviously, yesterday's patch came out and completely changed the way these cars handle. So, there's going to be a lot of learning, I think, tonight. Could see a lot of mistakes. It's going to be interesting to see no matter what. And the cars, oh, back gear gets still there, lovely. Yeah, I tell you what, it's very hard to get the right volume here because I can hardly hear the cars there. But can 18.2 puts in P10. So look at that. So 3 drivers in 18.2. We got that. We've got 5 drivers in competitions for each other. No one yet in the 16s apart from Rain. Or Kieran, should I call him Kieran 2? We've got Kieran 1 and Kieran 2. Then I'll call him T-Kieran. T-Kieran? T-Kieran. I don't know. Kieran 2. I think I'm just going to call him Kieran 2. Sorry, Kieran 2, but you were here second, so you get to Kieran 2. Oh, that gear glitch is horrible this year, isn't it? Right, anyway, so it doesn't look like we've got any fast laps going. I mean, Pro Gamer and Ryan. Oh, hey! Oh, we caught that one nicely, didn't we? Pro Gamer and... So people are not on a fast lap at the moment, so I guess we'll do Owen, who's... hang on, Owen's there, Kieran's there. What about Jake? Jake is there. Aros is there. So what's the name of Aros in the Williams? It's not ugly car, isn't it? So he's warming up those tyres. No fresh, that's too much of a mouthful. Kieran and Kieran 2. Kieran 1 and Kieran 2, that's so much easier for my mouth. Aros then, we'll start the lap. Mercedes is a little bit nicer than that Ferrari engine. It's horrible when the gear changes are going in. So, I'm a bit concerned. I don't know if this is just the way the game is, but it looks like a lot of these guys are long shifting. Probably just the game, to be fair. It looks very slow, doesn't it? It feels so slow compared to last year. They're just cruising around these corners. But we know Aros. We spoke about Aros in the pre-show and how he is a contender for the title. If he's here regularly, we've got 15 races, don't forget, this season. God, look at that car. I liked it when... Oh, and all that... Oh, I missed it. Firms has gone second with a 16.9. Oh, I missed that one. Jesus, I didn't see him out on track. And that's, so he's 10th off Rain. That is going to be a very, very close battle. It's going to be one to watch. So then Aros coming around the last few corners then. 16 corners in total this track, of course. We are coming to the last corner now, which is turn 16. Let's have a look. What does he set? Oh, that's about 18.9. That's not a good lap, is it? About Owen then. Kieran's behind him. So we'll do Owen next. Kind of lap can Owen do. And he pits. So not a good lap. Doesn't look like Kieran's in a good one either, to be honest, looking at that. What about Jake? No, he's invalidated. And Charlie isn't on a lap yet. Oh, he is, just started. Is Firmsy on another fast one? No, he's on a in lap. Rain is on an out lap, I believe. Unless he's... No, he's just started, so let's go on. Let's right on board with our Season 7 champion, shall we? Sounds like they're locking up, but they're probably not. It's probably just a game and their lovely sounds. Oh, that's a spinner. Is that Aros? There's a new layout of this corner here. Turn 10, 11. I think a lot of drivers now prefer this because you could just drop it there for no reason. So, very much appreciated this layout. Oh, look at that, the esports line there from Rain. Chucking it in. And you can see from the steering how much he's chucking it in, but it just doesn't look like it, does it? So, will he improve on his 16.8? He does by a tenth. 16.7 then for Rain. The gauntlet is down again. Firmsy, you need 2.5 tenths. And Kieran 2 is currently half a tenth up. According to the timesheet, so we'll him, shall we? Oh, that gears. Oh, God, that's horrible. Right. What can he do then? 17.3, so he improves by just under 3 tenths. Stays in full position though for 17.3. 4 tenths ahead of the next car. So the cars, oi, and Danny, a lot of cars spinning tonight. As the Ferrari goes round, is that Kieran? It is, it's Kieran. Kieran 1. Oh. Was he on an out lap or was he on an in lap? But either way, he's covered. Oh, careful, Kieran won. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was millimeters from the wall. Right, so anyone else on a fast lap? Right, let's stay on board. No, Aurelian's not going to do a fast lap, is he? What about Benster? He is currently a 10th up, having just started. Oh, he's only just started as that first sector. Oh, look, half a 10th down, so no. Well, the game says Pro Gamer's a 10th up, so we'll say a Pro Gamer. Another one we mentioned in the pre-show as a potential title challenger, if he can be consistent this year. See what we can do. Track is running out. It's going to be a 17-7, 3 attempts, and he moves himself up into 5th position. Ahead of Pat Bussey. So, anyone else on a decent lap? Look at Rhino. So, Rhino was one of Jake's picks, wasn't it? One to watch out for. A driver who is getting faster and faster. Of course, he was Tier 2 last season. He was a Tier 1 reserve, and he still finished in 5th in the championship. He won a race. Forgive me, I can't remember what race it was. Look at that, 17-7. So, he puts himself in between Pro Gamer and Pat Bussey. So, Rhino very much in the reckoning. A second off Rain, but then, you know, most people are these days. What about Cade Gorniak? How is he doing? He's not very well, according to the game. Zeno, down there in 14th in the Haas. Looks like he's jumping around like his straight out from Romeo there as well. Is that Visions? It is Visions. Oh, hang on. Is that Firmsy? Is he on a quick one? I believe he is. So our Season 6 champion, who gave us a hot lap around Austria earlier. If you follow us on Twitter, yes, we are on there. Firmsy was kind enough to give us a hot lap around Austria. Those are horrible. So let's see what kind of lap he can do. He needs 2.5 attempts to take pole away from Rain. We've got over 5 minutes, probably about 7 minutes left, depending on how the timing screens work this year. He rounds the last corner. It's looking good, isn't it? Oh, it's looking very good. He improves by just under 4 attempts. A 16.599. Wowzers. He said he was quick. He wasn't lying, was he? What a barnstormer that was from Fernsey. Fantastic effort. Wow. We know Rhino's a set a lap, so it looks like Vegeta could be the only one set a lap. Doesn't look like it's going to set the timer light. Or I could be wrong, however. 17.5, so he improves by half a second. Good going there. So he's set into the 17.5s for Vegeta. He'll be pleased with that. He's the second off pole though. Again, I mean, we said it could be a bit topsy-turvy tonight, didn't we? But, oh! Hey! We said, obviously, drivers could be... What is with people spinning? I joined them and they spin. What is going on? Yeah, so obviously we mentioned the pre-show about, obviously, this could be a big learning curve for a lot of drivers, but we still got the familiar names up top in Firmsy, Rain, Elite Risk, obviously Vegeta, Pro Gamer, all up there. And of course, Kieran too, starting his first race, I believe. Jake said to watch out for him. So we've got 2 fast Kierans on the grid, which is going to be fantastic for me. Kieran 1 is currently in P10. Is Jake, is he on a fast one? He needs to be in the 22s, I think, to be any decent in Sector 1. There you go, 22-1, 10th up on his own time. You can see the field isn't really that spread out. Obviously, you've got first and second who are kind of in a league of their own, and then you've got obviously third. I mean, I guess you've got these 2 on their own. You've got Elite Risk and Kieran 2 by themselves, and then Vegeta down. The Cade Gorniak covered by half a second. It's all very close. And then, of course, Alros, who will definitely want to set a faster lap time than that. SL, I just couldn't try. And Charlie, of course, a last-minute drafting, of course, with a few issues with connections tonight. as is tradition with the F1 game. And Owen going for the record of the slowest ever qualifying lap around Catalonia. And he's on his way to setting that very much. So anyone else on the fast lap? Pro Gamer has just started. Jake, oh look at that, Jake put himself up into 8th position. Oh look, he got exactly the same time as Rhino. So look at that. So last season, they both finished on 77 points. And here they are in 7th and 8th, sitting on a 17.757. You're right, Fresh. The commentary course has literally evolved. That is, I think I might just stay on someone. Because that was a bit scary. But a very good lap for Jake. That was finally showing some pace. Only just over a second off the pace, which I'm sure he'll be very happy with. Anyone else? Hey! Ruling off the track. Benson, is he going to get caught for these slow cars? No, they just get out of the way in time. Very well done, sirs. Well, Adam, haven't seen him so far. He has just started a lap by the looks of it. You might be happy with 18.2. I want to be quicker than that. And Charlie, oh look, there's so much cars now. Obviously, the clock is ticking down. All the cars on their last run of the session. He's got a yellow flag, as it looks like. Is that Rain spinning? Oh, no, I think he's just warming up. So we'll stay with Rain, shall we? This will decide whether he can overtake Firmsy or not, because he hasn't got time to do another lap, according to my screen anyway. So this is it. Do or die for Rain, the Season 7 champion. Will he start on a high, or will he start in second? Second is still good, but he'll want that pole. You know, he took 5 poles. He took 5 poles out of 10 last season. So he'll definitely want to make sure he is at least in the front row. I don't think he's in any danger of losing the front row spot, but he will definitely want that top spot, as he does go purple in sector 1. Oh, a wiggle! Oh, and he's invalidated! Oh no! He had a wiggle, and he's invalidated, and that is crucial, because that pretty much hands pole position to Firmsy, unless Elite Risk can do anything. He has just started his lap, as has Firmsy. Anyone else finishing? I think they're all just starting by the looks of it. Is that Danny Jones? Is he on a fast one? No, it is Rain, isn't it? But obviously he's invalidated. Let's have a look, because he hasn't got the checkered flag, so he might be able to start another lap. Nope, he is done. Rain is done. Oh ho 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 ho! So it looks like it's 1-0 to Firmsy. I think this ran wide, but he definitely got away with that one. Lots of cars on the track getting in the way. What can Elite Risk do? Can he challenge the top 2? We saw qualifying was definitely his strong suit last year. Let's see what he can do. Can he upset? Can he put the pigeon amongst the cat amongst the pigeons, I should say. I was about to say the pigeon amongst the pigeons. That wouldn't work, would it? Right. Elite Risk. It's looking half decent, but he doesn't improve. What about Kieran 2? Oh, he looks like he's a couple of attempts up. Is the game lying to me, or is he going to put himself on the front row? No. He only improves by a 10th, which keeps him in 4th position. Pro Game is invalidated. Adam's pitting. And I believe that is that. So, very... that is that. Right, hang on. What is fresh? What am I looking at? Fresh? Got me hyped. Thing 1 and thing 2. What am I looking at? Interesting. Right then. So, Firmsy takes pole position, the first of the season, while blistering 1:16.599. Rain, in his own words, bottled his last lap. Wasn't really a bottle, I think he just had a little wiggle and he got invalidated, but just over a tenth off. And we've got Elite Risk and Kieran 2 on the second row of the grid. We've got Benster and Pro Gamer on road 3. We've got Vegeta and Rhino on road 4. We've got Adam and Jake in 9th and 10th on the road 5. And of course we've got outside the top 10, we've got Pack Bussy, we've got Danny Jones, Kieran and down in 13th, Kate Gorniak 14th, and then we've got Aurelian, Zeno, Visions, Owen, Aros down the back there, and last is Mr. Charlie. So, what kind of race are we in for? I haven't seen anyone crying about rain. When I say crying about rain, I mean actual, it's gonna rain. So, we'll just wait to see what time Jake says we're going to go. We are going at 21:06. So, we've just got about 3 minutes. So, I will be back very shortly. I'm pretty sure... Why is it not letting me go into race director? Okay, I was a bit worried for a second there. Right, so it looks like the game wants everyone to start on the mediums. I will leave you on this screen for a minute while I'll go... lube up my throat, and I'll be back in a minute or so. Lube. Right then, it is 21:06. Looks like we've got some different strategies. There you go. Jake has read up. I did cheekily saw that Rain was on the softs, but he's going for the hard tyres. He's going for the alternate strategy by the looks of it. And Pro Gamer going very aggressive on the softs tyres. Does he know something that no one else does? It looks like everyone else is going to be on the mediums. So everyone on the mediums apart from Rain and Pro Gamer. We'll see if that changes as we get to the formation lap. There you go. So predict your stop. First stop anywhere between lap 14 and 19 for the people starting on the mediums. Let's do... So there you go. So Kate Gorniak changed to softs at the last minute, as Elite Risk changed to the hard tyres as well. So a bit of variety. So I will do that for now. We'll do position change to start the race, as Firmsy leads the cars away on the first formation lap of F1 22. That was you. It's a bit spaced out. So yeah, it's looking definitely good. I'm excited for this. It's going to be. I mean, the first race of the season is always good. As is that really off the track on a formation lap? That's definitely not good. So, a lot of cars to and from. So let's have a look. So Firmsy has gone with number 28. Rain, I believe, has gone for number 2. I believe. What about Elite Risk? Can we see Elite? Can we see his number at all? He has got the number 2 as well. So Rain and Elite Risk both gone with number 2. What about Kieran 2? What number is Kieran 2 gone for? Is that? He's gone for number 2. 2. What about Benster? He's come out of nowhere in 5th position. I can't see. Number 8. The best number. What about Pro Gamer? What number has he chosen? Be nice to get a better view than that. Is that it's a double digit? 25. What about Vegeta? Principal Saiyans. 99. The old is that the Suto number? Right, into the business end of the season. Business part of the day. Everyone is lining up. So let's have a look. Obviously, got the new interactive stops. That's done pretty well. I guess the game will tell us if anyone has missed their box, but it looks like everyone's been. Oh, Rooney's been disqualified. Looks like he's missed his. What is that Red Bull doing? What? What is it? Oh my god! No words. I hope they're going to race because that. Oh god, has it messed the lobby up? All the cars are there, but something. Oh god. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. What has happened? Is it going to settle? So it sounds like Lobby is broken. Apparently I need to leave. Right, let me do my Be Right Back screen. Ba-doom. Alright guys, we are back. I am so sorry for that. The game is obviously still very much broken. Early signs, it looks like we've had one DNF already. Let me just get this on. Big winners, Xeno. Look at that, Xeno Visions. 10 places, Charlie up 11. Got a lot of goings on at the moment. Pro Gamer Vegeta, big losers there. It looks like Firmsy's got a lot of the gap. Obviously, Rain on the hard tyres. Rhino's fan as well, allegedly, according to Vaughan. Obviously got a couple of drivers already onto the hard tyres. Apologies, I'm trying to get some momentum now because obviously it's you missed the first bloody 2 laps of the race. So then, Kieran Firmsy is in the lead of the Grand Prix. What is that little white? Oh, that white line is really annoying. Just by the red and green arrows. Right, either way, so Firmsy sets the fast lap of the race. He is now 1.5 seconds ahead of Rain. Rain on the alternate strategy, of course. Looks like he's under pressure from Benster. Kieran 2 looks like he's gone down to 10th. Do you know what? He's the only Kieran in the race now, so I will just call him Kieran from now on, as he overtakes Owen. Owen freely admitting in the Tier 1 chat that he just hasn't had any time to practice, so don't expect much from Owen tonight. Look like an easy overtake from there. Look at that, Vision's up into P8, doing very well for himself. Let's keep going out, Zine up there in P3. Okay, going on, can be interested to see how long he can take those softs. They shouldn't last too long. I have to say, it looks like about what, 6/10 of a lap he's losing so far. So I don't think Rain will be too concerned at the moment. However, he will be coming under attack from Benster. He's bringing those two with him as we've got a spinner. It's Pack Bussy, who's having a terrible race and he's gone round again. And he is down now in 17th position. Oh, and Firmsy's made a mistake because Rain is within that second. He didn't get DRS, but Firmsy's made a mistake somewhere, and that's allowed Rain to catch back up. That's what I was saying. Oh, and he's done it again. Firmsy's lost it. He's still off track. He's got to be careful when he rejoins, and Rain's taking the lead. And Firmsy looked almighty in qualifying, but at the moment he's falling down the field. Benster's going to go try to go on the outside, but Firmsy thinks better of that. We've got yellow flags everywhere as drivers are just trying to get to grips. Pack Buster's tired in the pits by the looks of it. I don't think a lot of these guys would have done a race distance with this new handling. So, you know, qualifying and time trial is one thing. Now they've got to try and balance these fuel loads, as we've got another yellow flag. Who's that? Is that Al Ross this time? It is. God, cars going off left, right and centre. Hopefully that yellow flag down the pit straight goes where Pack Bussy retired in the pits. Yep, there we go. Good. So will Rain come under attack? He is currently 7/10 ahead of Firmsy. DRS pulling in about 4-5 tenths there in the end, so I think if Firmsy wants any chance of overtaking, he needs to be within half a second, as it looks like Elite Risk has got past Benster. So Elite Risk making those hard tyres work. Benster obviously making some kind of mistake because he was right on the back of Firmsy. So look at that, Adam, who had a poor qualifying, is right up there in P5 now. He'll be thrilled with that. Battles all the way up and down the track. All the hassle of Dino squeezing Visions, and Visions having any of it. Visions looking very racy. Look at that! Look at the speed of Visions. Oh, he's got to be careful. It's not an overtaking corner. He's just about to get away with it. But action aplenty throughout the field. It's going to be hard to know where to look. these first few laps. Chris Owen, I'm on board with Owen, aren't I? It was Owen and Zeno battling, sorry, not Visions and Zeno. Got used to everyone in their bloody cars. Right, so we'll go to Fermsey, because look at that, he's 7 tenths behind. He hasn't stayed within the required amount, so Rain's just doing enough to stay ahead, because like you'll see out in the straight, Fermsey will get to about 2 tenths behind, but it won't be enough. Look, he's closing, 3 tenths this lap. So Rain very comfortable at the moment. Oh, and Fermsey makes another mistake. He's not happy with that setup, is he? Yeah, it's all going off. Elite Risk, and because these two are Elite Risk showing a lot of pace on these hards, he was 1.8 behind. He's now only 7 tenths. So we've got a 4-way battle for the lead here. We've got 2 cars on the mediums, and we've got 2 cars on the hards. So it's a good one. That's another spinner. It's hard to catch up at the moment. Is it Aros again? No, it was Arulian or Charlotte, I'm not too sure. But I think we're going to see, we've already seen a lot of spins. I think we've already seen a record amount of spins. As Elite Risk has dropped back now. But Fermsey, 8 tenths behind, 9 tenths behind. He needs to be closer. He's got to make those, he's got to make hay while those mediums are faster. But look at that. Oh, he's spun it on the curb. Oh, and that's Fermsey done. Oh, dear me. Let's fight for the lead over for now. A spin, and he's got to cool those tyres down because they will be red hot as Benson and Elite Risk are going side by side down to turn 1. Benson's position for now. These two swapping and changing each lap. But because they're battling, they are now over 2 seconds now behind Rain. And I tell you what, Rain is going to be loving the fact, as much as he loves Fermsey, he's going to be loving the fact that there's less pressure on now because Rain has got to go onto his medium tyres, which will be faster. But of course, you know, this is our first online race. We're yet to see what the tyres do. And how far they will go. Okay, Gorniak got yellow flags everywhere. It's hard to know where to go. It's, oh dear me. Jake's fresh as like watching Tier 3. I think we're watching Tier 10 at the moment. It's Pamby on ice by the looks of things. But it doesn't look like this battle between Elite Risk and Benson is going away anytime soon. And as I say that, Elite Risk hits a bit of a curb and goes wide, which gives Benson a bit of a cushion now. He's no longer in that DRS range. Fermsey closing a little bit. He's 3 seconds behind. Adam not able to keep with Fermsey at this moment, and Kieran is in P6. So it looks like we have settled down slightly. As Owen did get past Zeno in the end. Zeno in P10 as it stands. Jake 5 seconds behind. We don't expect much from Jake tonight because obviously, as he said in the pre-show, he's done little to no practice. So learning as he goes is our man Jake. He's got Pro Gamer behind him on those soft tyres, which won't be very fresh for much longer. Same as Cade going up there in 8th position. It can only be a matter of time before they start the thing off. And we've got another spinner, and this time it's Rhino. Rhino definitely not picking up where he left off from last season. He takes out the marker boards. That's a 10-point penalty right there. I'd be happy with that, as he's now down in 14th position. Got a few battles on the track. Benson now 3 seconds behind, and Elite Risk going for another move. Elite Risk did catch back up. He sets the fastest left the race while he does it, so he's got some pace, and Elite Risk can do for a baby there if you like. That was very well done. Fermsey now he's still 4 seconds behind, so his medium tyres obviously going off because he's not making the inroads you think he would be. I mean, it's very ebb and flow, isn't it? Like 1 minute he's 4 seconds behind, then it's 3.5, back to 4 seconds. So A lot of these cars obviously still finding their feet. So we join the battle for 5th between Alam and Kieran. We've got Pro Gamer and Rhino in the pits. Rhino obviously sustaining damage. There we go. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. I completely bloody missed that. Who is it? Sorry, Kieran went up the inside of Adam up into turn 10. The new turn 10. And he is up into P5. Adam is at half a second behind, so can he keep with him? Let's see if he can take that place back. He's 6 tenths behind, so I don't think it's quite not the case as Kate Gorniak pits on P9, getting rid of those softs. I wonder what he'll go on. I imagine he'll go on the hards. Very slow pit stop. And yes, the hards go on for Kate Gorniak. Rain, his lead is up to 3 seconds, even though we saw Rain, Elite Risk setting the fastest lap. I think the battle that he's having with Benster is definitely keeping him from closing down on Rain. But, Adam keeping within that second. As I say that, he drops out of the second. So next battle on the track, we've got Owen closing down Vision. Looks like Owen, lap by lap, gaining in confidence. Fifth gear on turn 9 now. A lot of ERS to play with. Does Owen. Burnett came out in 11th, so not too bad. Right then, so I guess we should focus on Benster. I think he's a bit too far behind to trouble Elite Risk, and I think this is what these guys need to do now. To stop squabbling and try and close down on Rain. So we will. Oh, look at that! It looks like Rain's Vision's made a mistake. Leave the driver, oh there you go, Owen does have DRS, and that is an easy overtake in the end for Owen as he goes up into P7. More points for the Mercedes teams, currently running 3rd and 7th. Good pull for them. Anyone else? A quick battle. Looks like Vegeta is slightly behind Pro Gamer. Again, 6 tenths. I don't think he's going to have enough. Pro Gamer tries to break the toe. This is one move. He is closing, but as we said, not quite close enough. You've got to be within half a second if you want any chance of overtaking into turn 1. And Spencer will now demonstrate again. Currently 7 tenths behind. He needs to be 2 tenths closer. He needs to do some kind of risk to get closer. 8 tenths has gone the wrong way, Benster. There you go, 6 tenths. It's too far behind. He mentioned the pre-show. It's going to be tough. I'll tell you what though, he's got a lot of overspeed. Is he going to go for it? No, he doesn't. Probably a good move as Kieran, first of the scheduled stops for the medium runners. So onto the hard tyres he goes. So 13 on the mediums and 20 on the hards. Easily done. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any kind of undercut. Not too far behind. But he does come out in P10. Oh dear me! Oh, those car tyres. Excuse me, choking on my own nothing. Something we didn't mention in the pre-show is that the warm-up of the hard tyres this year is absolutely horrendous. So you just saw that. Just Kieran coming out the pits, cold tyres, spinning straight away. And I think on this year's game, unless those tyre temps are sorted, we could see the overcut being very powerful there. As the battle between Owen and Vision stays strong. There we go then. So 6 tenths this time. Will Benster really get closer? closing. He's closing. Will he ever go? No, I think 3.6 behind Rain now. I think it's a Benson. He knows he's going to be at a disadvantage in the next stint. Because he's got to warm those hard tyres. And then, of course, have Rain and Elite Risk both on the medium faster tyres as people start to pit. We've got Visions and Owens still battling with Visions and Owens on a cracking battle here. Jake mentioned that Visions could be a dark horse. He likes Spain, does Vision. Look at this. Side by side, great racing from these two. Fantastic to see. He can have a move up into... Oh, he is. He's going to have a move up into turn... Oh, dear me. What a move by Owen. That is not a place you usually see an overtaking move up there into turn 7 and 8. But has he compromised himself into turn 10? Here comes Visions once again, but he goes for the outside line. And that's great defensive driving from Owen. But Visions has not given up. He's gone for the cutback, the switchback, I should say. Will he go around the outside? No, on turn 12. He is, but Owen's got the inside line. Now going to turn 13. These cars can't really go 2 by 2 but Visions has got it. Visions has got it. Up into the chicane in the turn 14-15 now. Wow, what driving from these two. As now Visions, who's very low in the ERS, takes 5th position. Owen, what fantastic racing. Amazing stuff from these two. But here comes Owen once again to take always now 3rd place as we've got Benster in the pits. He will now pit for those hard tyres. This battle is never ending from these two. Fantastic stuff. Long may this battle continue. Got Spinner in sector 1. Right, doesn't look like Visions is going to have a go this time. But just look at the ERS. Owen's got 75% compared to Visions, who's definitely be draining his battery. So will Visions make a move now with DRS after turn 10? Think about it. You can see Owen staying in the middle of the track, deciding what he's going to do. Visions does go for the inside. But now we're going to go side by side through the section once again. Visions slightly more ahead this time though. But here we go. Here we go. Take 2 of going side by side with each other. Absolutely amazing stuff from these two. Owen almost gives up that position. But, oh, they go. Vision pitted. And Owen followed him in. I think that was, I think Owen's almost thought about doing another lap. But he's definitely darted in. I think they'll be fine in the pits as Jake pits as well. And that will release the leaders as Spencer back up into P3. Firmsy in P4, 6 seconds behind Benson now. And Kieran, he is, well, look at that. I don't know if Adam's had a spin, but he's come out way behind Kieran. And something's probably happened to Owen by the looks of it. Is he spun coming out the pits? Oh no, he's at the Mercedes! Oh no! Owens was spun! Oh no! Owen not liking these hard tyres. I think I'm just coming out of the pits. What a oh, he's done it again. Oh, Owen. It's okay. It's okay. It's race 1, Owen. There's still 14 to go. Just be careful of those hard tyres. Otherwise, you're going to be in the wall. So unfortunately, that ends the fantastic racing we had between those two. But I don't think Vision will mind too much as he now has that place. Currently just 2 seconds behind Ken Gorniak then. Chasing down the 2 Aston Martins. We'll see what kind of pace he has now. Is that Owens? Is he spun again? No, sorry, it was one of these guys. Bad race. We've got someone in the pits. Is someone just retired in the pits? Did Arulian just retire in the pits? I can't possibly. Hard to tell. So then, 16 laps in then, Rain and Elite Risk on these tyres. Looks like Rain stretching his legs. He's currently over, he's 8.5 seconds out ahead of Elite Risk. And there you go. You know, we saw last year that Rain was susceptible time penalties, and he is the first Tier 1 driver. Oh, we've got a full course yellow by the looks of it, as it looks like Charlie has retired, and I can see a yellow dot coming out the pits, which means we do have our first safety car, and Rain, oh, he dives straight into the pits. I'll tell you what, he couldn't have timed it any better, but those medium tyres won't be thanking him at the end, I'll tell you that. You should be okay, as Elite Risk also into the pits. I wonder if any of these guys on the hard tyres will pit for the a fresh set of mediums. It would definitely make sense. I mean, it would definitely make sense if everyone does it, because everyone now, obviously apart from 3 drivers, no, Benson stays out. He stays out. Of course, he won't take the lead because obviously the guys ahead have got the advantage of pitting under the safety car. Usually it doesn't say safety car, it just says sector 1, 2 and 3. Glitch report, please. Alright, so the game has hit the reset button, and we are... Oh, look at that, so we've got a few drivers in the pits actually. Have they got damage? Does he have damage? No, onto the medium tyre. So Kate Gorniak is going for the mediums. Back onto the mediums. As is Pro Gamer, I'm guessing Vegeta will do that as well. So a few drivers in, taking the medium route. It's definitely something. Should have been considered, but you know, we've now got drivers 3 to 9 on the hard tyres. We'll pay attention to see how Jake does come under attack from Kate Gorniak, how quick he does. Paul says apparently you only get 1 set of mediums. I thought you'd get 2 set of mediums, because you get 1 for qualifying and you get 1 for the race. So surely you get 2 sets of mediums, right? Well, actually, there you go. Something that Fresh just pointed out. Hopefully it's not a game glitch, but it says everyone, let's have a look, everyone is on red fuel. Yes, I imagine the safety car will sort that out a bit, but that'll be... Oh, hang on, is that... Rhino's got no nose. And he's now lapped. Do you know what, I wouldn't be surprised though. I wouldn't blame him if he retired in the pits there. He was an absolute nightmare. That's Rhino. But no, he is. Kudos to you, sir, for keeping with it. And Arrow's on the soft tyres. What is that about? Interesting. They'll diff the pit again. So yeah, we've definitely got an interesting strategy on our hands. Well, how long will those medium tyres last? That's the question. And we saw pretty early on that, you know, the hard compound guys could stay, you know, with the mediums. So this could definitely be an interesting scenario we have in our hands. As I said, the reset button has been pressed. Someone like Owen will be definitely happy with that, although his car is ghosted. I'm hoping that's just he's paused it rather than the fact that unless he's been kicked out. Cool, all soft tyres for qualifying. Yes, but I think it's the same as last year. You got 4 sets in qualifying. Well, you could do 3 runs on softs this year and last year, but obviously if you did 3 runs on softs, then obviously you wouldn't have a fresh set for the race. However, I'll have to check it myself. I haven't actually done a race. I haven't done a race thing myself yet, so we'll have to see. As Rhino right at the back there. Now, is the safety car coming in? I mean, the lights are still on, so that would indicate the safety car is staying out at least 1 more lap. Unless it does a madness and comes in right now. No, safety car staying out, so we've got 1 more lap. 1 more lap of this lovely stuff. If you're new here, make sure you press that follow button. Just follow on Twitch, isn't it? Obviously, we've been around a little while now. We are in season 8. If you're watching for the first time, we are in season 8. Currently on board with Rain, who was our season 7 champion. We've got in the field, we've got Firmsy P4, our season 6 champion. Unfortunately, our season 4 and season 5 champion Kieran retired on lap 1. So yeah, I mean, the best thing about this field being budged up is that we're hopefully going to get some more awesome on-track battles, as we saw with Visions and Owen, because that was absolutely amazing. We're definitely going to have to clip that, aren't we? What's happened to Visions? He's gone down to P11. What? Do they want to fight each other? Or is the game just playing silly buggers? Visions is higher up than that. I don't know. Sounds like shenanigans. Right, the safety car should be coming in, which means the medium guys are only going to have to do 13 laps on these tyres. There you go, confirmation, safety car is in. The Rhino has caught up. Obviously he is a lap down. Oh look, the truck's gone green. So does that mean he can overtake the safety car? Yeah, we can see how these hard tyres, the hard tyre compound guys, can they actually stay with the medium guys while their tyres warm up? You can warm them up faster this year, but however, it is tricky to warm them up. Also, fuel, I really hope, it would be quite interesting if it was on low fuel. Right, when is Rain going to go? That is the question we speak about. And there we go, he's gone. Didn't quite catch Elite snapping, but there you go. How strong is the slipstream? It was good, it was going back and forth. But Rain safely, and it looks like Zeno has gone past Adam. The P6, we've got overtakes all over the place. Firmsy and Kieran going up there for P4, as we've got Owen down to P14. Oh, we've got lots of cars. We've got a yellow flag, and that's Danny Jones having another spin. Owen then, look at that, he's not during those hard tyres, is he? As Aros up to P14, and that's Forrest Firmsy! He's had a spin! Oh dear! Firmsy's had a spin. I hope there wasn't contact, but he is... Wow, I think he's definitely out the running now for the race run, unless we see a lot of shenanigans. But Rain up the front then, he is pulling away, not quite Elite Risk using a bit more battery to stay within that second. But of course, you don't get DRS until the third lap after the safety car. Elite Risk trying like hard to stay within that second. Benster doing really well to hold on those hard tyres, just over a second, but he was out the gap. Adam doing really well there in P4, Zeno P5, Gagorniak P6, but Jake, our Lord and Saviour, up there in P7, the guy who admits himself that he wouldn't be very good today. He is doing fine, thank you very much. His teammate Visions, sorry I say his engine mate, I should say, Visions in the Alfa Romeo is in P8 now. It looks like he's gone back up the field a little bit, but he is under attack from Pogama, who is on the medium tyres. So we've got a few interesting battles on our hands. Kieran has gone down to P10, so there must have been contact then between Kieran and Firmsy, because they were battling, weren't they? So I think 1 + 1 does equal 3, which means those two probably definitely did have contact. Has he got a damage though? Because it looks like he is coming under attack from Vegeta. We'll see. Right, back up the front then. Elite Risk is just about still in that gap, in that 1 second, doing very well. And look at that, Benson falling back by another second. So those hard tyres definitely not, well, obviously they're fast, but the gap is quite significant. As, oh no, I'll say that. Oh, his Elite Risk has gone round. Oh, dearie me, he's lost his podium places and he's on the track, and he's on the track. Oh God, his car was ghosted, but he just got away with it. Oh dear me, DRS is now enabled. His tyre is still a bit warm. He's got to be careful. But he's thrown away second position, which gives Rain a pretty much clear run to the flag with 10 laps remaining. Elite Risk has got to be careful. He doesn't want to get in. He's got his teammate ahead of him now in Zeno. I'm sure Zeno knows that multi-12 here. He'll probably know There you go. He lets him go. Very kind there. I think he knows that Elite Risk is the fastest driver today. And Adam, look at that. Adam then. Another one for a topsy-turvy race. Up into P3. Very good drive. Continuing where he left off last season. Let's go back down to see how everyone else is doing. Elite Risk then, obviously, will be pulling away now from Zeno. And Zeno, DRS, will be definitely be welcoming that. Which means he will be saved from Jake for one more corner at least. And there you go, he's out of that DRS. Which means Jake will now get the DRS. He can smell that P5, can't he? I tell you what, Jake, I do like the look of that Ferrari. It's a shame I'm in the Alpine, but that Ferrari does look super sexy, doesn't it? Even better than real life. So, Jake is 8 turns behind, so he won't be able to do anything this lap unless he does have super overspeed. Nope. Not this lap. I think next lap could be the one for Jake as Aros takes P11 off Kieran, and Kieran's now lost another place as he's. Oh yes, he's had a spin. It looks like there was that more contact with Firmsy? Because I looked like was that Firmsy the track or was it Aros we've got? Oh, Elite Risk has gone red again. Excusez-moi. Elite Risk has gone off again. We've got yellow flags and plenty right now. Sector 1 is full of them. Elite Risk has gone round again. He's thrown away his podium again. And look at that. It means we've now got... Owen's retired. Has he retired? What's happened there? And we've got another full cool safety car. Owen's gone off. Oh dear, this late drama here. Owen's gone off around turn 4. Looks like he's hit the wall. But now we have another. Reigns pitting again. Now this is definitely, I'll say it's a bold move, but if everyone follows him in. But there, Adam's in, Zeno's in, Jake's in, Pro Gamer stays out. Pro Gamer goes for track. Ooh, 9 laps and no softs. Is it going to do it? I'll tell you what, Rain will definitely be fast. Oh, and Vegeta stays out as well. Vegeta, of course, will have a nightmare in qualifying. He's very, very quiet during the race. Suddenly finds himself in P2. Look at that Elite Risk P4. Just like that. And that is why you never give up, ladies and gentlemen. The guy who had 2 spins, thrown away his podium, suddenly finds himself in P4 behind... Well, he's not really the race leader anymore, is he? Because Vegeta and Pro Gamer are now holding positions 1 and 2. And everyone has gone on to the softs. Danny Jones has decided to stay out on the medium. So we've got 4. Everyone has basically pitted for a new set of softs. The fuels are still red. So I think it's probably just a game glitch. Well, it sounds it. I will just put a message in the chat to see if I can find my phone. I can, I'm sitting on it. Right. Kieran in the pits. Is he taking the damage under the safety car? I hope not. But yeah. So apparently everyone is on low fuel. Because we are in higher mode. I don't know what that means. But apparently they are in higher mode. So then, 7 laps to go. careful with that safety car program, you don't want to blow up. So all the cars okay, Korniak has got wing damage, you forgot to press change it. So do you know what, it's going to be interesting for Rain, because yes, he's definitely got the pace on Vegeta and Pro Gamer, but he does also have that 3-second penalty above his head. And as we said, as I should say, the safety car is in this lap. So, Pro Gamer's been here plenty of times before. Almost a green flag. We'll stay on board with the Pro Gamer to see if he can catch anyone napping. I mean the best thing Pro Gamer can hope for is that Vegeta holds Rain up. I mean, even those fresh softs, he should be fine, because I think we saw people put on lap 9, didn't we, on those softs. Oh no, he's done it! Oh no, Pro Gamer! Oh, he's absolutely binned it! Oh no! Oh dear me, and now that, Elite Rush has got, what's going on here? It looks like they've got some shenanigans going on. I think the game isn't liking people overtaking each other, but Vegeta is currently in the lead. I hope oh no, Rain's got, people are getting penalties for ignoring yellow flags. Oh, this bloody game. Come on, Codemasters, come on E8, sort your bloody shit out. Oh, for God's sake. Right. So, as it stands, Rain has now just taken the lead buff Vegeta. Those fresh softs coming in clutch. Vegeta in P2, we've got Elite Risk. Oh, he spun it! Oh, Elite Risk! Oh, for crying out loud! Oh, he's done it again! Oh, I was just about to say he's got his third place back, and now he's last. Where's Rhino? Rhino got disqualified. Okay, amazing. Right, sorry, back to the racing. Benson then finds himself very, very close to the back of Vegeta on his debut here. Working very smart, very fast, very consistent. Can't remember him putting the foot wrong. Obviously no DRS just yet. Look like the switching is that powerful. Having said that, here we go. Vegeta stays to the inside, Benson goes to the outside. Obviously Benson has a much better grip, but no, Vegeta defends very well. I think Benson knows he's just got to be patient. He's got 5 laps to overtake Vegeta, who does have the older medium tyres on. And there we go. Vegeta covering the inside again, but Benson going around the outside. Oh, and he pulls it off. Vegeta's not giving up though, is he? Excuse me, and there we go. P2 goes to Benster, and Pro Gamer after that spin has recovered. He's still in P4. He'll still be praying for a podium. As look at that, Danny Jones, who also had a difficult qualifier. Look up into P5. Alongside Jake is still in P6 and coming under pressure from Fermsey and Kieran right behind him. But of course they've all got these soft tyres on now. Jake is the hope that he's faster than Danny Jones. The soft tyres should give him the edge over Danny Jones. He's got hope he can stay with him, overtake him, and hope Danny Jones can hold the rest up, and that'll be a decent P5. I mean, even a P6 I think Jake will be happy with. And Rain does the 18.8, 26. We've got a yellow flag, and that is Visions having a spin. Oh no, Visions is gone. What a shame for Visions. He's had a fantastic race. And Jake coming under that from Fermsey, and there you go, Fermsey up into P6. Jake has lost it, and Jake also now coming on touch from Kieran. Look at that, going for the switchback, and Kieran easy as a light. Jake down into P8. Now he just needs to stay with these guys if he wants any hope of trying to get past Danny Jones. Obviously P5 is now out of the question, I think, for Jake. But P7 I think is definitely on the cards, so we probably should go on board with Fermsey. It looks like he's got a lot of speed. And Danny Jones. But that car just looks so unsettled, doesn't it? As Danny Jones gets 3 seconds. Firmsy then. I don't know if it's just the game having a bit of lag, but the car looks so unstable. It looks like it's going to spin any moment. It looks horrible to drive. Around Spain anyway. Okay, right, so this will be where Firmsy attacks Danny Jones. Danny Jones doesn't have to listen to the DRS. We've seen how quick Firmsy is. Oh my god, I've missed that. He's completely tried to defend from Kieran. Kieran's gone up his inside, and now Kieran, will he try? And we've got Jake as well. We've got 4 cars battling into turn 1. It's all going off here. Jesus, that caught me off guard, didn't it? And there we go. Danny Jones still just about hanging on to P5 and coming on to attack Kieran. Kieran going up the inside of turn 5. Oh, yes, he is. Danny Jones coming on the outside. But Firmsy now, Firmsy's going to attack. Oh, what's that nose? What's that nose? But he's gone deep. Oh, there you go. Firmsy's got him. And Kieran and Firmsy have been released. Dear me, what a mad couple of corners. We've seen some great racing today. We've seen some dodgy racing. We've definitely seen some fantastic racing today. These guys, fantastic to be watching Tier 1 again. So now, the question is, we've got 3 laps. So is that Alros spinning at the back as well? Elite Risk, oh dear, he's at the back. Alros still in a spin. Vision's still having a spin. He's having, what's happening to Visions? He's just suddenly gone off the rails. So I should mention that Rain is still your leader. He's just over 2 seconds to Benster. But of course, Rain has that freeze. Let me just do penalties for a second. So I'll tell you what, Rain needs to put his foot down, because obviously the 5 seconds will come off for both himself and Benster. But Rain still needs to get to 3 seconds, otherwise Benster will be winning this. That is definitely something to keep an eye on. Tyre. Okay, thank you very much. So Vegeta's still holding on to that. Vegeta corner cut, what's going on there? Vegeta's still holding on to that final podium place as Danny Jones and Jake looks like they're battling. Vision's retired. Is he retired the pits? Nothing. Can't see him. Down to 13 runners then. No surprise really, given how everything changed. Oh, the Aston Martin, that's Cade going out right by Jake, going a bit deep, probably getting caught out by the speed. Trying to look at Pro Gamer then. We'll stay on board a bit, because he is half a second behind. He is very capable of taking this third place from Vegeta. And within the half a second you need both drivers deploying their ERS. But look at that, Vegeta's got some fantastic straight line speed. He's only caught up 3 times on that straight to Vegeta. Living another day as Jake has done it. He's got past Danny Jones. He's up into P7. He said P7 he could hope for. After being overtaken by Firmsy and Kieran. And he's done it. Not a lot Danny Jones could do about it on those old medium tyres. He loved the dice not fitting. And he is now down to P8 as Firmsy and Kieran. Oh, they're wheel banging. Oh, they're going side by side. Wheel banging these two. Not for the first time today. Battling out on track. Hopefully these two will be battling further up the field in more races. Firmsy does have DRS. Will he make the move? Kieran covers the racing line. But these two are very close. We're down to what they've got just over a lap. Kieran's got just over a lap to try and catch and overtake Pro Gamer. He is within that DRS. But of course, Pro Gamer will have the DRS on Vegeta. Now, has Vegeta got the 3 seconds? So, no. So, Vegeta's 5 seconds will come off as well. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, no, it's Kieran. Oh, God, he's had a spin at the last corner. Oh, dear me. That's his chance gone then. So, Firmsy then. Can Firmsy do anything? But he's off. I think it's safe now. Pro Gamer, one last gasp, but he didn't do it. At the front, Rain still needs a he needs a tenth and a half now. It's going to be so close. It's 3 tenths. Brewster, Spencer, I say, sorry. Giving it his all. He knows. Oh, look at that. Vegeta made a slight mistake. For a game, it looks like he's going to go for the switch back. Don't know where to look at this. Last time was Firmsy is less than a second behind as well. So this P3 could be any one of these drivers here. Vegeta, Pro Gamer, Firmsy, any one of these guys could take that last podium position. But it looks like up the front, it looks like Rain hasn't done enough. He's got that 3 tenths. Let's just stay here for now. Oh dear me, but it looks like Rain will cross the line in the first place. But it's going to go to Benster. He couldn't do it. Rain couldn't pull out. That's what she said. And Rain takes it. But Benster, there you go, on penalties, takes the race win. And Vegeta crossed the line in P3. Obviously, he'll go into P5. But I imagine that 5 second will come off. But for now, Pro Gamer is there. And there we go. Everyone else crossing the finishing line. That was absolutely madness. Yeah, I think I imagine the tier 1 chat is. Yep, it's not quite blown up just yet. There we go. So what a race that was. From start to finish. I am definitely out of breath like this. Wow, I mean, for the first race in a month, I've literally. But no, the driver of the day, Jake. Why not? The game has, at least the game gets one thing right. Give Jake driver of the day. Excuse me and my COVID cough. Right then, here we go. So, on his debut. Yes, on his debut. Oh. He's got disqualified for that podium. No, sorry, I'm not having it. Been enough. Anyway, congratulations to Ben, who wins on his debut. What a fantastic opening race. Rain, you thought you would have had it. Couldn't get that 3 second gap. You couldn't do it. And of course, you probably should say GG's to Vegeta, who will take the final podium once that 5 second comes off. So then, here's your race results after the round 1, season 8, first race of F1 22 here. Let's have Gear Racing. So then, Benster takes the win after Rain couldn't. Yeah, he was 4 tenths a lap faster. He couldn't get that 3 seconds. Excuse me. So Benster P1, Rain P2, Pro Gamer 3, Firmsy 4, Vegeta 5th, but I think Vegeta will go up to P3. Jake, a very good P6. Kegorniak comes home in P7, Adam P8, Danny Jones at P9 in the end, with Kieran 2, finishing in the last points heading position. Elite Risk just outside in P11, not the way he would want to start his championship charge. Zeno P12, Auros P13, and then you've got the retirements of Vision, Owen, Charlie, Aurelian, Pack Bussy, Kieran, and so congrats once again to Benster for taking his inaugural win on his first race. So, before I lose my words, oh my goodness, I've lost it already. So thank everyone for watching. It was definitely one to watch, wasn't it? Fantastic racing. So if you've enjoyed that, make sure you come back tomorrow as we go to Mexico for Tier 2. Start the Tier 2 season. Obviously, race lights out from 8:30, but of course, once again, join us for the pre-show about 10 past, 8:15. Jake will be there. I'm not too sure. I hope someone will be joining him. I know it's a bit annoying talking to yourself about a pre-race show, but nonetheless, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Some great battles on the track. A lot of spinning. A lot of spinning. A lot more than Sebastian Vettel in that Ferrari anyway. But enough of that. Again, tomorrow, 8:15, pre-race show, Tier 2, Mexico. Qualcomm tomorrow. We have Tier 3 on Thursday for Belgium. So, guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. Love you all.